You guys, welcome back to Keel's. Mike Perry has just beaten Eddie Alvarez in round two in their bare knuckle fight. And yes, what an absolute war it was, first of all. Big credit to both guys. Honestly, what a fight. Eddie Alvarez gets pulled out by his corner at the end of round two. It's a weird stoppage, in my opinion. Like, we were only just really getting into it. Mike Perry was starting to pick up a bit more in round two, but could have lost it. In round one, I think round one, Eddie Alvarez got that one. Mike Perry was in big trouble. Like, he was coming forward with his chin really high up in the air. Eddie Alvarez doing well with the jab, throwing a few overhands and throwing some good straights. It was a really good first round for Eddie Alvarez, to be honest with you. But and then in the second round, Mike Perry came out landing more. He ended up rocking Eddie Alvarez a bit, trying to get some momentum going in that first minute of that second round. And then second minute of it, Alvarez came into it a little bit more, but Mike Perry was it was an interesting one, to be fair. It was an interesting one. Neither were really setting up their shots, to be fair. They were just absolutely going forward to an absolute dogfight. It was a good watch, to be fair. It was a really good fight to watch, to be honest with you. But yeah, I found the stoppage really weird. I mean, yes, bare knuckle fighting is absolutely bloody brutal. But, you know, I found the stoppage weird. Eddie Alvarez's corner pulled him out. Eddie Alvarez apparently didn't actually want to stop the fight. But no, I found that one weird. We were only just getting into it, though, to be honest with you. But yeah, Mike Perry, the amount of great shots that he took and he just stood there and was able to take them was amazing. Didn't really ever get wobbled. Yes, he was in trouble because in that first round, especially, Mike Perry was getting hit so bloody much and had a busted up nose, like his face was all busted up. But then Mike Perry came out, was doing better in that second round, was landing more because, you know, Mike Perry was struggling to get into range and actually land in that first round because Eddie Alvarez was controlling it well with his lead hand. But then Mike Perry kind of came out swinging a bit more in that round two and was getting some good success. And yeah, Mike Perry honestly hit ridiculously hard, to be fair. Rocked Eddie Alvarez. And yeah, Eddie Alvarez's corner clearly thought that if it went on longer, then Perry was going to absolutely destroy him in that third round. But yeah, I was honestly surprised, to be fair. To be honest with you, that was stopped. Mike Perry's corner kept on telling Mike Perry, "Oh, we stood too tall and stuff." I thought, you know, we were going to go out and have a good third round, but yeah, Mike Perry was starting to get into the momentum though, and Mike Perry was starting to get into the fight, and that could have put Eddie Alvarez in quite a bit of trouble because Mike Perry was getting momentum, landing the shots that he wanted to land in that second round. But yeah, look, great fight at the end of the day. Great fight. Who would Mike Perry actually fight next though in BKFC? Who is there? Obviously, he wanted that fight with Conor McGregor. I can't see Conor McGregor fighting in BKFC, but I think if Conor does, he'd be really, really good. To be honest with you, I feel like he's got a good style for it. To be honest with you, Conor McGregor. But that fight against Mike Perry, I doubt will happen. I can't think of who Mike Perry would actually fight in BKFC. I can't, would they do him and Chad Mendes, even though Chad Mendes lost to Eddie Alvarez? Would they do that fight? Chad Mendes was taking big shots against Eddie Alvarez in their fight. Would they do Mike Perry and Chad Mendes? I don't know. I think there's always some interesting fights out there for Mike Perry, and no matter what, whoever Mike Perry's fighting, he's going to be in an absolute war the whole time. And this man he just refuses to lose. He's got an absolutely amazing chin, Mike Perry, an absolutely iron chin. You can't put him down. You literally can't move him, even though if he's walking into shots. And then Mike Perry's just able to overwhelm you. And I feel like that's what he was able to do to Eddie Alvarez in that second round, just overwhelm him. Because when Mike Perry just came in with the storm, it was all him in Eddie Alvarez's corner. Clearly didn't think that Eddie Alvarez would be able to handle it anymore from Mike Perry because, you know, Mike Perry was I just think he just hits too hard, to be honest with you. I feel like he hits ridiculously hard. I feel like, though, Mike Perry's looked better in this Luke Rockhold fight and the MVP fight. I feel like Mike Perry is better when he fights fighters who are taller than him. Eddie Alvarez is obviously smaller, so I feel like that's why Mike Perry's getting tagged a lot, because he's usually the one trying to get on the inside and land, but he had to fight different here, and I was saying that's in my prediction. But I did predict Mike Perry to win. And he's just too much for you, isn't he? He's just too much. And like when you hit Mike Perry with your biggest shots, he just stands there, and then Mike Perry comes in, rocks you in the next round, and I think it's a big shot. It was a big shock to Eddie Alvarez. Anyway, big win for Mike Perry. Great fight. Warriors, both guys. Big respect to both. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.